In 1992, the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, more commonly known as the Earth Summit, was held in Rio de Janeiro. The conference placed the environment firmly at the centre of the global stage and led to the adoption of major multilateral agreements on climate, biodiversity and desertification. But 20 years on, significant challenges remain. 1.4 billion people still live in poverty, earning less than $1.25 per day. Greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise, and the Earth's population is set to reach 9 billion by 2050. The transition to a greener and fairer society has never been more urgent. This is what makes the Rio+20 conference so important, as the international community meets once more this June in an effort to reinforce political commitment to global action on environmental management and poverty eradication all over the world. The EU is promoting the green economy as the most effective way towards a fairer, more sustainable world, where growth and environmental protection go hand in hand. As the EU's responsibilities do not stop at its own doorstep, and as the problems faced by one country affect all others, many of the EU's projects take place beyond its own borders. It's a tried and tested approach that has already yielded concrete results, as you will discover through these two particular projects. Delhi, India's capital. With the fastest population growth in the world and record economic expansion, the city just keeps on growing. Nevertheless, at least 10% of the population lives below the poverty line. Without a minimum salary and with no social security system to speak of, for the weakest, every day is a struggle for survival. This is Shastri Park, one of the poorest areas of the city. Here, survival depends upon a very particular activity. We're in the heart of an enormous recycling area for electronic waste. Recyclers are prolific, even though their practices are illegal.
Mostly the urban poor are involved in this kind of livelihood opportunity. People who have no other opportunity to live, and they take this for survival. I would say that about 800 to 1,000 families actually live on waste in this neighborhood only.
और फिर यहाँ पे अपनी लेबर से इसको टुटवाते हैं और इसका सामान अलग अलग करके हम सारा जितना भी है जो चलने वाला आइटम होता है उसको चलने वाला मार्केट में बेच देते हैं और जो अपना वैसा डिसमेंटलिंग करने वाला मटेरियल होता है उस मटेरियल को अपना हम वैसे अलग अलग करके बेच देते हैं.
Electronic waste today has multiple constituents in it which are known to have human health impacts. But fact remains, these people who are working on this sometimes or mostly are not aware of this kind of impacts, and they don't take any precaution when they're dealing with this waste. If you're heating it, there are a lot of chemicals which go up in fumes and they are released into the environment. And if you are standing next to it, you're actually inhaling all those fumes. So you're taking in a lot of toxics in your body. That you're also not only taking it yourself, but you're also putting that out into the environment.
India treats 800,000 tons of electronic waste every year, and 90% of this recycling takes place in the informal sector. To combat the social, economic and environmental effects of this illegal activity, this organisation is committed to the improvement of India's e-waste management. It is co-financed by the European Union, as are 47 similar projects all over Asia.
Pollution doesn't know borders. Pollution is a cross-country, a cross-bordering issue. And this we have to be aware even when we talk about India, which lies about 10,000 kilometers away from Europe.
One of GIZ's main tasks is to encourage informal recyclers to stop engaging in such dangerous practices, whose impacts on personal and environmental well-being can be dramatic.
We talk to them about how they're harming their own health, they're harming the environment, and they can actually harm sort of their immediate family as well if they continue to work the way they are.
Their proposed solution? to create an official recycling business where environmental and social rules are respected. One of the organisation's most recent successes was to help Sabir legalise his business after working for 25 years as an informal recycler in Shastri Park.
बड़ा था मेरे जो है फादर रेडियो टीवी रिपेयरिंग का काम करते थे जिनकी बहुत कम इनकम थी महीने में 2-3 हज़ार रुपये की इनकम थी मेरे 7 बहन भाई थे 4 बहन और हम 3 भाई थे तो जिस वजह से घर में बहुत मुश्किल से गुजारा होता था और पढ़ाई में भी दिक्कत आती थी.
Once formalised, the recyclers, armed with official licences, have access to many more markets than before and operate in a structured business environment where materials are fed into a proper recycling chain. This enables entrepreneurs to seriously improve their incomes, while at the same time achieving high recycling efficiency and respecting environmental and social standards.
और अब मैंने प्राइवेट लिमिटेड अपनी कंपनी खोली है ग्रीन ई वेस्ट रिसाइकलिंग प्राइवेट लिमिटेड तो आज उस कंपनी का मैं डायरेक्टर हूँ और आज मैं ये खुशी महसूस करता हूँ कि मतलब मैं ब्रांडेड किसी भी बड़ी कंपनी में जाके बात कर सकता हूँ पहले मैं बात करने का सोच भी नहीं सकता था.
By formalizing, we are creating a whole number of green jobs across this sector. We are trying to show that this greening doesn't have to be divorced from the social and the economic aspects. And I think we've been fairly successful in doing that at a small scale.
सपना यही है कि मतलब कि हम मेहनत करें बड़े आदमी बने और जो सुख सुविधाएं हैं ज़रूरी जो सुख सुविधाएं हैं वो लें और अपने बच्चों को अच्छी तालीम परवरिश दें और जो हमने परेशानी उठाई है वो हमारे बच्चे परेशानी ना उठाएं.
Challenge is immense. We have, I think, you know, by some counts, there are more than 30,000 people in Delhi itself who are depending on e-waste recycling. And of course, we can't find all solutions through a project which is as sort of restricted as this. However, I think we're actually planting a lot of seeds which are going to come to fruit in the near future.
A few kilometres off the Spanish coast lies Tangier, at the crossroads between Europe and Africa. A growing hub of industry and tourism, the city continuously attracts new inhabitants. It's here, on the mountain ridges overlooking the city, that a huge ecological project has seen the light of day. This is one of the largest wind farms in Africa.
Ici, en 2006, il n'y avait rien. Le parc Tanger est constitué de 165 éoliennes qui s'étend sur une crête de 35 km. Pour la phase de réalisation, en moyenne, on avait 350 ouvriers et on est arrivé à un pic de 560 ouvriers.
Total cost, €240 million, of which 80 million has been financed by the European Union. The electricity generated offers a sustainable response to the new energy needs of the town. But more than that, the farm creates numerous jobs in the region.
أعمل هنا في المكتب الوطني للكهرباء كرئيس ربع وعملي هو مراقبة الأجهزة الكهربائية. في الحقيقة أنا ممتن لكوني داخل المكتب الوطني للكهرباء وأعمل بالمكتب الوطني للكهرباء خصوصا في هذه الرحبة الريحية بطنجة.
Je m'appelle Amin Zrida, j'ai 22 ans. Ma fonction est de contrôler les équipes et gérer la maintenance des éoliennes. On produit de l'électricité sans produire des gaz à effet de serre. C'est ce que je veux. C'est une énergie propre. Donc j'ai de la chance.
The wind farm benefits from optimal wind conditions. There are numerous similar sites in Africa, which is why Professor Benouna has been promoting their replication across the continent for the last 20 years.
Je suis convaincu que les énergies renouvelables peuvent couvrir l'ensemble des besoins de l'humanité. Au ministère d'énergie marocain, ils m'ont traité de fou. Mais le Maroc, exportateur d'énergie, c'est impossible. Il y a une demande énergétique en Europe qui ne peut être satisfaite avec une production locale. Il y a une offre et un potentiel au sud qui dépasse de loin les besoins locaux. Alors, il y a, d'un point de vue naturel, il y a une complémentarité.
The project is not just green, it's profitable too, as some of the electricity produced could serve the European market via Spain, increasing the volume of green energy available in Europe, whilst also generating a new revenue stream for Morocco. In India, Morocco, or anywhere else, it is clear that sustainable projects can create local wealth. A green economy creates jobs and generates new income opportunities, helping eradicate poverty and manage the environment more effectively in a growing number of developing countries. Supporting these green initiatives is a key element in the EU commitment to the Rio+20 objectives.